Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Shirani. Today I'm going to show you how to make the easiest and most delicious oven barbecue chicken. Okay, so for this recipe, you're going to need one medium-sized onion and you're going to grate it. And I'm just using the small side of my grater on the front to grate it. This recipe is very dear to my heart because this is how my mom seasoned meat growing up. This is how we always season our meat to barbecue in Belize. It's just very simple, but it's so good. Okay, so for this recipe, I'm using some chicken thighs, but you can use any cut of meat you like. And make sure you wash your chicken really good and wash under the skin and everything. You know how we are, we Belizeans, we have to wash our meat. And for this one, I wash my meat with some lime, but you can use lime or vinegar, either one would work. I'm putting this in a Ziploc bag because I'm going to put all the seasoning in there and let it marinate overnight. Okay, to the bag I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of seasoned salt, and this is the one we always use. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce, and the onion that I grated, and that's it. That's all my mom would use to season barbecue meat. If you're doing this on the grill outside with some firewood or some coal, you don't have to add anything to it. That's it. But because I'm doing it in the oven, I want that smoky flavor, so I'm going to add some liquid smoke to it. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. A little goes a long way with this, so all you have to do now is close your bag and mix everything really well in that bag. You just want to make sure you shake it up and get all that meat nice and coated with the seasoning. I'm going to line my baking sheet with some parchment paper, and I almost forgot to show you this tip. So what you're going to do is take your parchment paper and crumble it in your hand, and then you spread it out evenly on your pan, and that way it will stay. And you know how parchment paper is, so this is a good tip. Take your chicken thighs and put them skin side down on your pan. I'm going to put them skin side up first because I want to make sure the skin is just how I want it, and then I'm going to turn it over, but you always want to have skin side down first. Yeah, don't be afraid to fix it how you want it and then put it skin side down. It's best if you season your meat in the evening and let it marinate overnight, but if you don't have time for that, at least let it marinate a few hours. It's going to be so much better. You don't need that leftover marinade in the bag, so just throw that away. Or how we say it, you just throw that away. Every time I'm doing a Belizean recipe, my Belizean Creole wants to come out. My Belizean accent wants to come out. I don't know, maybe it's because it's a food I grew up eating and you know it just takes you back, so I always want to go into my language. You're going to put this in a preheated 400 degrees Fahrenheit oven and let it bake for 30 minutes. After the 30 minutes is up, you're going to take them out and then flip them over. I'm going to turn my pan and then put it back in the oven and let it bake for 10 minutes. And the reason I'm turning the pan is because one side always gets brown quicker and I want it to bake evenly. Okay, now the 10 minutes is up. I'm going to take the chicken out and set it on a plate. At this point, it's not done, but I want to drain off all this water, so I'm just taking the chicken off the pan. I also like to just go in there with a paper towel and clean it up a little bit. Putting back the chicken on the pan, and this time I'm going to baste it with some barbecue sauce. And you want to have the skin side down because when you finish you want to make sure the skin side is on the top. And this is the barbecue sauce we always used growing up. And you know, back then the stores didn't have a lot of option. I think this was the only thing that the one little store had that, we go to in the village. But, you know, it was the only thing and I still love it up to this day. Just put enough on there to cover the chicken, so just use your brush and make sure to spread it evenly over the chicken. Growing up in Belize, every Sunday we used to visit my aunt and my uncle, and my dad would always barbecue, and this is how they always season the meat, and everybody always think daddy make the best barbecue. Oh my gosh, I don't know how he make that barbecue so nice, but it nice. Even now, when I go back to Belize, I always ask for barbecue. Sometimes daddy would ask if I want to go to town or go to a restaurant, and I never really want to go to a restaurant. I want to stay home and eat barbecue because it's just the best. So you're going to put it back in the oven and let it bake for 10 more minutes. Take them out and flip them over one last time, and you're going to brush some more barbecue sauce on top. And also I'm turning the pan again. As you can see, the skin looks nice and brown, and that's exactly what I want. Oh, it's gonna be so good. My mouth is watering just looking at this. Oh my gosh, I wish I could have one right now. And also, if you've noticed, around the pan looks a little burnt, but don't worry about that. It's just the pan, it's not your chicken. And that's how it is when you use parchment paper. Now, if you're using aluminum foil, it's not going to look so burnt around the edge. But the only thing with the aluminum foil is the chicken feels like it's going to stick on the foil, and you kind of have to fight with it a little bit. So you're just gonna have to pick your trouble. Do you want it to look burnt or do you want your chicken to stick on the pan? You decide. I'm going to put this back in the oven and let it bake another 10 minutes. At this point, it's done. You can take it out, but I still want mine to look a little bit more burnt, kind of like you're barbecuing outside. So I'm just letting it bake 5 more minutes. So in total, it's baking for an hour and 5 minutes. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look how perfect this is. I mean, you just can't get any better than this. And you're gonna see the bottom. It looks like you just take it off the grill, and that's what I want. Oh my gosh, I want some. You really have to give this recipe a try. If you don't try this recipe, I don't know what to tell you. You're missing out. When I tell you this is as good as it gets, this is as good as it gets for Oven BBQ Chicken. The way we like to eat our barbecue chicken is with some baked beans and tortilla, or sometimes we'll do coleslaw with it, so it depends, but I wanted some baked beans. It's been a minute since I had something like this, so it was so good. Don't worry about my tortilla. It looks a little bit hard, but it was sitting out, so don't worry about that. Just worry about the meat. But oh my gosh, oh, this was so good. It just takes me right back to Belize. That liquid smoke makes a difference. It made it taste like it came right off the grill. You wouldn't even know it was oven barbecue chicken. You guys, please try this recipe. It's going to be your recipe for the summer. I'm telling you. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And please share my video with your friends and family. Just share it with anyone that you think would like it. And I'll talk to you in my next one. Take care. Bye.